My name is Charlie Reed, and last year I completely changed my body over the course of 8 months from this before and this after picture. I believe I have the most simple approach to fitness without overcomplicating it like most people do. So now I'm just here to share everything I know and everything I've learned through the journey. Just some tips for all you guys and girls out there that are looking to get a summer body this year in 2022. These tips are just for people who are looking to go into a cut or a calorie deficit to make this whole process a lot more enjoyable. We live in a high consumption society where anything can be delivered to your door with a click of a button. So these tips should make it a whole lot more sustainable for you. The first is a simple one, but it's also one of the most important and needs mentioning, is tracking your calories. So many people out there say, oh, I eat such low calories but don't lose any weight. And it's simply because they don't track the oils they're cooking in. This 1 teaspoon of oil on the screen is 80 calories to 1 dessert spoon. People chuck in so much oil or deep fry things and wonder why they're not losing weight. Or they're not tracking the cheese and whatever else they might be putting on top of their food, the sauces, the ranches, whatever else. The second is intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is something I've followed myself for years, but it's just starting to get some real big attention across the board. There are not only a ton of health benefits to intermittent fasting that are right here, however, it also just makes this process so much easier. If you cut out breakfast, and I'm not talking about, you have to eat within certain hours, etc., but I'm talking you skip breakfast, there's no need for 500 or 600 calories first thing in the morning. You're just using them calories as fuel to go about your day. If you push back breakfast and just have a lunch, you're using your natural reserves and your natural storage for all the energy you're using in the morning. But second of all, it just means you can have a large, satisfying lunch and dinner. For me personally, I don't eat breakfast. Sometimes I'll have a coconut milk coffee in the morning, or just a black coffee, water or sparkling water, blunts the hunger off, and then have a nice, decent sized lunch for maybe 500-600 calories, and that leaves room for a huge dinner and even a dessert after, which is way more enjoyable than, having these tiny little meals little and often that don't really satisfy you. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of shit from people saying, oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day and etc. However, it's just the research just doesn't support that. And the whole phrase breakfast being the most important meal of the day was actually just a marketing tool by Kellogg's when they very first died. Third tip is eat like a dog. Just try and eat either the same or very similar meals every day, rather than trying to track so many different things and forgetting certain things, or skipping, example, the oil you're cooking in, etc. Just eat the same meals most of the time, or a very similar combination of certain meals, and then your tracking is just so on point. It gets to the point you don't even need to track. You just know exactly what you're eating, and it makes it a whole lot easier to follow. The fourth and final tip is eating out. When you are eating out, I love eating out. I'm always in restaurants. I was literally in a restaurant two nights ago, and eat out very often. Try and base your meal. Try and keep it fairly lean and prioritize your protein. So for myself, I pick what meat I want, whether that be steak, chicken, fish, or whatever it is, and then I build around it. So I'll go for a meat rather than like a burger or pasta dish or whatever, which is just a ton of calories and not great macros. I'll just go for a meat and I'll build around it with some potatoes or chips, and then some veg, and just try and get as much nutrition in as I possibly can. I am fairly new to this, and all this content created on YouTube and TikTok and etc. is new to me. My videos will get better. I'm going to try and keep these as informative as I possibly can. If I can inspire one person to, change their body around or get in the gym or just teach you something, then, that's a win for me. So please do subscribe to learn more. I'll be posting tons of free content. Like I said, this is completely free information that I'm sharing. If you could really do me a favor and just give this video a like and a positive comment would really go a long way. Thank you very much.